Hey, everybody, clearing. Okay, so today we're going to start in with a Divine Feminine 3D world union energy card pull. Let's just see what the feminines are vibing. What resonance are the feminines most being encouraged to take a look at regarding union? What is the energy? Oh, divine guidance. Okay, straight up, feminines, deepen your prayer, deepen your manifestation, deepen your connection to source. If you're confused, ask. It is an absolute spiritual law that if you ask, it is given. So ask questions, share your curiosity with the divine. If you are uncertain about something, ask to be shown what it's there for, why it's in your realm of experience. Pray, spend time in meditation, ask to be shown what you need to be focusing on instead of focusing on your masculine. Ask to be shown anything that's confusing you about what your masculine might be exhibiting or doing or might be doing behind the scenes. Ask all the things. That is what you can do. You have immediate and complete access to all that is if you ask and cultivate that relationship with source. This is an absolutely primary component in the twin flame journey, is that your connection with source is the reason this love has been brought into your life, so that you can develop that. That's where it's at. So what can the feminines know for in further guidance with this reminder to go to source? It's your free will. You don't have to, but this is saying you have an untapped resource. Even if you already do this, it's unlimited, infinite in scope. Yeah, embracing pleasure. Straight up, ask the divine to show you how to increase your pleasure factor in your life. Joy, bliss, follow it, ask the divine. So you are getting the directive today. Source is saying, Divine Feminine, ask me how to increase pleasure in your life, how to embrace pleasure. I'm hearing appreciation, gratitude, presence, trust. Wow. And for the masculines out there watching and seeing that the feminines are being nudged to come into an increase of connection to source, what is it we can see for the beautiful masculines out there? Trust. Trust the process, trust the healing, trust that your feminine is on this journey. Trust, just trust. Trust it's all working out the way it needs to. Okay, beautiful, beautiful card. Let's dive into the masculine portion of the reading now and see what are the masculines thinking and feeling for the feminines today. What are they wishing? What actions are being taken that will align most beautifully with union? I'm also going to pull a starseed card for the feminines, doing some magical, amazing leveling up and manifestation alongside the masculines here. Shuffling clarifiers. What is the biggest block for the masculines? What is the spirit guided solution? And where is the connection going in the near future? Okay. Okay, so what are the masculines thinking about the connection today? Hermit with choosing love over fear. So masculines are actually putting in the sincerity to listen to what the divine has to say about this connection through the eyes of love, not fear. So for some, if your masculine seems to be distant right now, they are in hermit mode. Doesn't have to be physical distance, it can be on any level, but there is a true desire here for the masculines to see the truth, to see that truth that sets them free, or they have seen it, and so now they're in high council with the divine to be shown how that truth applies. You know, for so many masculines and dynamics, the masculines have appeared to be rejecting or running or ghosting or putting distance. This is showing that they are in, I'm hearing deliberation, but really they are giving it a shot. They are truly just sitting with the truth of this love, the truth of the connection on their conscious mind, and saying, okay, divine, whatever their word is, okay, divine, show me then what this is. What am I to do with it? Why is this here? Show me. Now that I see the truth of this person on with no uncertainty, what is this for? How does it work? How does it play out? What am I to do? Earnestly. I'm hearing there's no resistance. This might be a tentative exploration. This might be a first for some masculines to just really drop all of the disbelief, but it just feels like a period of clarity today, that the masculines are opening, not being afraid to see this connection, even if it challenges some major life situations. They're still sitting with it. They are still curious. Okay, on the heart space, what are the masculines feeling on the heart space? 4 of Wands. This is twin flame union energy with wanting to put the burden down and have that passionate new beginning. 10 of Wands in the reverse. They know that they have gotten themselves into, well, that whole I've made my bed, now I get to sleep in it. The masculines understand that they have gotten themselves down the karmic rabbit hole in some way here, and they see that you and this connection offer them a vastly different alternative. They see these things that they've put so much attention and heart into, that they've overdone it, that they've gone too far, that they have seen why. I'm hearing straight up ego and worldly pursuits have not been worth the burden. And they want to simplify. They want to bring it back to a solid foundation with you, feminine. For many, some twin flames, this is the 1111 card, so it is a accountability for our own manifestations kind of an energy. 1111, when you see that, pay attention to whether you're in love or fear, because that is the frequency you're manifesting. Karma is always related to fear. And so the masculines are very much understanding that when they have been navigating their choices in their lives, they've been trying to compensate for the fear of what might happen if they didn't become successful, or if they didn't go down a certain path. What would friends, family, loved ones think of them? All of those kinds of concerns. The imprinting, trying to live up to that. They have been the good man, or the good divine masculine. They have excelled in the expected ways. And they're wondering how they didn't see it sooner, that that was not the way of spirit, that that was not the way of their hearts knowing, but they had to try it out. So for masculines watching, you've sensed your ability to manifest anything you prioritize, but now you're seeing that divine and holy spiritual love is where it's at. Okay. Oh, feminines, they know for many that you are a twin flame. So I have had a lot of personal readings where feminines have shared with their masculines the twin flame idea, concept, and there has been some positive response. So no surprise that we're getting that twin flame union card on the heart space for the masculines, really identifying their feminine that way. Okay, so what are the masculines wishing? This is the reunion card. This is the inner child healing card. Children, manifest reunion. I love this one because it's got all the colorful roots. In the upright, this card, you don't see all of the history, the genealogy, the extenuating circumstances, the karmic learning, that amount of investment that nourishes the path forward, that nourishes the tree. Here it's all exposed and it's all celebrated for the colorful histories. So masculines, you're learning and wishing to celebrate the paths that have got you to where you are in the twin flame journey. Feminines that are cross-watching for the masculines here, they are really coming into the idea that this colorful history has provided all the tools for them to embrace their divinity and their ability to manifest anything they choose in this life. They are seeing the difference between karmic choosing, egoic choosing, fear-based choosing, and divinely guided choice. Beautiful. Yes, masculines, appreciation is the way. What actions are being taken? Here's that sword of truth. In the Two of Swords in the reverse, that loving vantage point, the truth that sets you free is there. So masculines are, being non-traditional, Hierophant in the reverse, same as the underlying energy for the feminines here. Masculines, you are paying attention to unconventional insights that you may have dismissed in the past when you were navigating through a 3D imprinting. So for feminines watching this, your masculine is coming into unconventional truths, signs, synchronicities, overheard conversations, new conversations with people that haven't addressed certain subjects before. Mind expansion. This is a mental breakthrough. This is coming out of that rock bottom energy we've seen for a while and seeing there's a better way. Understanding that embodying this high priest energy, embodying that trust in oneself that discerns accurately the loving path, the eternal alignment going forward. Masculines are practicing this in everyday interactions and hearing it on the wind. They are perceiving it in flow day to day right now and paying attention to the quirky, unconventional, radical, serendipitous ways of looking at things that they had not seen when they were choosing a more karmic fear-based assessment of this reality, a 3D-based assessment. So masculines are remembering their God selves. They're remembering the delightful way to interpret reality and the magical way to see the information coming towards us, the unlimited, unbounded way to apply the practical application of the things that are coming to the masculines, the thoughts, the information, the ideas. And I'm very much feeling that they're considering you and your connection, feminine. As this information is coming to them, they're seeing how it can all work together. They're not so legalistic about compartmentalizing things anymore. There is a relaxing of the rigid constructs of the 3D, and there is more of an expanded flow in what is possible. They're seeing the angle that connects, that unifies all things more often. That is the loving angle. They're dropping the guard. Wow. They're becoming more easygoing and less stressed. They're not spreading themselves too thin, because when you harmonize through the boundaries of all the different aspects, You're not having to reserve your energy from this to this or this to this. It's just a continuity. They're coming into that kind of grace and flow. Well done, masculines. Okay, so what is the biggest challenge? Being a free spirit. Ooh. And the Eight of Wands, this is rapid speed. This is love messages and communication. So they want to free themselves to communicate here from the soul level. Masculines are understanding that they want to be more spontaneous with you. They want to speak from their heart. They want to speak from their soul with you. They want to show you that voice, feminines, is what I'm clearly hearing here. And they're coming into this grace, this freedom, this permission to show up authentically for who they are without guardedness, without worry of judgment from others. And they're doing everything in their life to free themselves up so that they can just show up that way. The Daughter of Wands in the reverse is understanding what is possible, but not yet putting it into practice. So masculine's challenge is putting this permission into their toolkit so that they can just be spontaneous and reach out whenever they want to you, so that they can make a habit of just being in your energy more often without the filters of if it's appropriate or not. Okay, masculines, really interesting. They're wanting to just not be insecure or fearful when it comes to communicating their heart to you, feminines. Oh, transparency, authenticity. Yeah. Because they see if they navigate their world, the whole message here right now, masculines, the challenge has always been thinking that you know the best way to go about it, but having to have a formula for that. That filter of having to plan, use the analytical mind, make sure you know your motives for it, instead of just being easy and following the heart. There has been more of an organizational, deliberate aspect. But you've mastered that now. You've mastered your ability to strategize, and now you know the tools. It's time to drop into the heart and just trust that in the moments when needed, that you're not making a wrong move. So what is the spirit guidance? Mourning the way that you used to show up. This is a card of grief and processing lost love. So literally mourning your previous self, masculines, forgiving yourself for being clumsy, forgiving yourself for not knowing what you now know, forgiving yourself for not seeing the love sooner, forgiving yourself for not celebrating the love when you had the chance. This is second chances. This is choosing to see the love now. This is choosing to see yourself as worthy and lovable now. This is choosing to believe that you can have another go at things, that you can backtrack all of this karmic cleanup, all of this karmic off-track energy, and that you can reclaim and streamline, rein it back in, and start fresh on a new level. This is the Wheel of Fortune, divine intervention, and I'm getting the visual of rewinding time, of coming back to a renewal point. So you're bringing it back to the essential, masculines, but sometimes we have to explore the knowledge of good and evil before we appreciate the love, before we appreciate the free will to change our minds, to integrate new information, to harmonize. We are experimental beings, and especially if we navigate on extremes, this is the way of it. We live one way, we're imprinted, and we experiment and we swing way out here. And then with maturity, we come back into our middle path. And that's what I'm seeing here. You've had to go far out in order to bring back the wisdom that harmonizes the other aspects of the duality. And so as you focus on the love in everything, Don't beat yourself up. Don't flog yourself that you've made mistakes. Celebrate how brave and out there you've been, and how you've done it for yourself, how you've done what you've wanted, how you've just done it to do it. And bring that back in and love yourself for it. This sets the wheel in motion, and it's doing that rewind. It's allowing you to come back to that essence and include the things you now know going forward. You're always on your destined path, but many times we have experiences that we construct as free will creator beings that teach us some pretty massive firsthand lessons, we'll say. So masculines have learned from the error of their ways. Feminines, this is a humble, honest assessment of their reality and how they have manufactured their reality. And they are considering now that they are worth excellence and utilizing the tools in their toolkit now for a truly soul-driven redo, second chance. Okay, so where's the connection heading? Freeing ourselves. And here's the Hermit in the reverse. So started it with seeing that masculines are in hermit mode, really giving this love an authentic curiosity through the eyes of possibility. And now masculines realizing that they are already in possession of these butterfly wings. It's just a matter of hanging on to that truth that sets them free and coming out of hermit mode, spreading those wings and trying. You don't know you can fly until you try. And they're about to test it out. Wow. Okay, so for feminines here, what is it that the feminines can emotionally do? What emotional frequency can we get for the feminines in support of this process? So of course, what you do for self, you do for twins. So this is going to be a card for the feminine's emotions, how to support the masculine. Chamber of imagination, whimsy, fantasy, and wonder. So you can daydream about the potentials in this connection, feminines, because as you start up that imagination engine in the 5D, you open whole realms of possibility. It's certainly not a fear-based exercise to do this. And when your masculine tunes into you, when your masculine feels into the energy of where you're at, like twins can do, they will feel a playful, unbounded appreciation frequency here that will remind them that all things are possible. And that's medicine for your soul too, feminines, to remember that this life is all the world is a stage, and you get to write the script. So dive into it, feminines. What else? Oh, and of course we have it on the floor. Couple more here for the feminines for advice on what feminines can do to support the masculines. Spiral of life, movement, opening, and unfolding. So things could unfold quite quickly now that the masculines are dropping that resistance and understanding how they've held themselves back in their lives and in this connection. They're wanting to bring more spontaneity in. So with that, surprises could be in store. Expect the unexpected and let it unfold naturally. But as you truly open to believing in miracles here, there's just a dropping of the feminine guard as well. Remember that with the spiral, this red line, this is the material realm, and the black areas here, that is spirit, that is the intangible coming in, the manifestations coming in from the spirit and blending into the physical. There's always that aspect of manifestation and miracles that can come in at any moment, like a portal, and there is movement coming. So just continue to be very present with what you're feeling, feminines, and to understand that nothing's set in stone. It's all coming in. Oh wow, and dimensional planes of perception number 2, portals, possibilities, and options. These are 3 of the most open-minded and receptive cards possible. So stay very, very open, feminines, because the world is shortly not going to be what it has been for you and your masculine. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card for the masculines watching. Starseed card for the masculines now. Temple of Meditation, Communion, Contemplation, and Higher Mind. Once you drop the fear, you really come into that connectivity, masculines. So contemplate the higher love and let that show you the way. I'm hearing it's worth it. It's worth it. Make no mistake, it's worth it. It's the meaning of life, I'm hearing. Okay, masculines, feminines, much love. Bye for now.